This is Porch, and she chose me. You choose me?
Remember that cute stray I casually introduced 2 vlogs ago? Yeah, turns out she was about to star in the most stressful medical drama of my year. And guess who got cast as the reluctant lead nurse? Hi, yeah, that's me. I called her Porch because she basically rented my porch without paying rent. Typical millennial. I introduced this stray dog in one of my older vlogs. Maybe you remember her. Maybe you didn't even care. And that's okay, because I didn't think I'd care this much either. But here we are, and now I think her story is something worth sharing. Not to say I'm proud of what I did, or that I'm some hero, but deep down, I think she came to me for a reason. Like somehow she knew I was the one who would save her. Good thing I liked her from the start. And good thing she's so adorable. Because if she was annoying, maybe this story would have ended differently. She first voluntarily entered my house during a storm.
You're not gonna move, it's raining.
The kind of weather that makes you want to crawl under a blanket and hide, and that's exactly what she did. She crawled under my table. I opened the door thinking she'd want to stay in for the night.
Hello, where have you been? Come on. Pochi. It's okay.
She's been going around for a while now since the rain started, and I feel like she doesn't know where to go to. I mean, outside, she can sleep here outside, but it's still, the water is flowing inside, so I think I will just let her stay.
She stepped inside a little bit, but the moment I closed the door, she stood up immediately like, nope, I'm out. Maybe she wasn't used to being locked in. Maybe she never had a home. So she left, just after around 10 minutes. Didn't even say thank you. She just walked back into the rain like that. She was in and out after that. Some days I'd see her sleeping around the corner, other days gone like a ghost. But every time she came back, she followed me around like we were best friends. But she still didn't sleep inside the house, even when I tried to let her in. She didn't want to. I guess she just wasn't used to it. And honestly, she was the healthiest stray I've ever seen. No mange, no wounds, shiny coat, which made me think she must have an owner. Someone must be feeding her. Someone must be caring for her. But then, around the third week of May, something changed. She stopped going out. She started sleeping in the house all day and all night, which was new. At first, I thought she was just getting comfortable, she finally trusts me. But no, she started acting weird. She started moving so slow, hard panting, delayed response when I call her. There are days when she looked like a zombie. I thought maybe it was just the heat. It's summer after all. But 2 weeks later, it got worse. She wouldn't eat, no matter what I gave her. Rice, meat, eggs, even her favorites. She turned her face away. She even spit them out when I forced it into her mouth. She stopped drinking too, and I started getting really worried. Then I noticed she was leaking. Like a lot. There was discharge coming out from her thing every day, the whole day. At first it was pinkish, and then it was dark red, and then more watery, then more frequent. I didn't know what it was. There's no vet in town. So I did what every desperate pet parent with Wi-Fi does. I asked ChatGPT, and honestly, that AI diagnosed her. No joke. I told it all the symptoms, the discharge, no appetite, and it said, oh, this might be pyometra. She needs to be spayed immediately. I had never even heard that word before. Pyometra. A serious uterine infection, life-threatening for female dogs, especially those who have never given birth. And suddenly, everything made sense. Her belly was huge, like she was pregnant. I thought she was pregnant because she was on heat before all of this thing happened. But she wasn't. She was just filled with infection. That was when I started to panic. I had to mop the floor twice a day because her discharge was flooding the house. I started putting cardboard under her hips while she slept so it wouldn't get everywhere. It was a lot of work. And for what? This wasn't even my dog. I didn't know who owned her. I didn't sign up for this. But I couldn't just let her die either. I feel responsible because I've been feeding her and I've been petting her. So I bought antibiotic, mixed them with water, and forced her to take it. I tried everything. I waited 1 week hoping she'd recover, but no, she got better a little bit, but the antibiotic is not going to save her. She became so thin, her body was very, very weak, but her belly was getting even more swollen, and it's bulging and it's hard. She couldn't walk straight anymore. At one point, she couldn't even stand. That's when I said, okay, no more waiting, no more guessing. I flagged down a random tricycle and took her to the nearest vet about 30 kilometers away. Public transportation here is no joke. If I was rich, I'd have booked her grab vet, but there is no such thing like that here. When we got to the clinic, they weighed her. The vet looked serious. She said the dog was in critical condition. She's too weak for surgery. They had to give her IV fluids and keep her overnight because if they performed the surgery that day, she could die on the table. So the next day, they performed the surgery, and what they found was exactly what ChatGPT predicted. A uterus full of pus, inflamed, infected, a total mess. Like she told me how they need to use a lot of towels to wipe the mess. They sent me pictures of her after the surgery, and this was how she looks like. It's obvious that they removed something so big inside her stomach that now on this picture, she looks so thin. When I picked her up the next day,
Puchi? Hello? Hello? I know. Kasasi mo. Hello, Puchi. Are you good now? Are you good?
she was still very weak. Didn't eat, didn't move much. But the next morning, she ate. For the first time in 2 weeks, she actually ate. That was the most rewarding moment because for days, I thought I was just delaying her death. But now, it felt like she was coming back to life.
What? It's hot. Napudot, baby. Napudot. Tarayan.
Recovery wasn't easy. I had to change her bandage twice a day. She hated the cone. I couldn't just let her inside 24/7 because she needs to do her business few times a day. So it's hard to keep her inside the house. But yeah, I cleaned her wound every day, twice a day, watch her every move, make sure that she's not scratching or she's not pulling out the bandage, she's not leaking. I was scared the stitches would tear if she moved too much. But slowly, she got stronger. Around day 10, her wound was closing. And when I changed her bandage around those days, she didn't even flinch. I bet she doesn't feel the itch or the sting anymore on her wound every time I put alcohol or antibiotic on it. By week 3 post-op, she was running again, eating like a queen, gaining weight. Honestly, she looked even healthier than before. And now, she sleeps inside the house every night, follows me everywhere, waits at the door when I'm out. I asked around the neighborhood. No one owns her, but many people feed her. That's why she was so healthy in the beginning, which is actually really nice. This community is kind to stray dogs, but still, she chose me when she fell sick. And now I have a problem. That is my problem. What do I do with Porch? She found a home, she chose me, she feels safe here, but I need to go back to Luzon soon. My project's stalled and I have to leave. But how do I leave her behind? She'll wait at my door for sure. I know she will. And I don't want her to feel abandoned. I tried finding someone to adopt her, but not a lot of people want an adult dog. I even found the only animal shelter here on the island. And I thought maybe I could leave her there while I'm away. But when I saw it, immediately I had second thoughts about it.